I don't know if you heard, but Massive, which is one of the earliest and best crowd simulation software, is now providing a free version, which anyone can download and use right now. I would say it is like Houdini Apprentice, and they call it Massive 101, which you can take a look at and see if the software is for you or not. So where did Massive come from? Well, Massive basically exists because Peter Jackson needed something that didn't exist yet. So in 1996, while the Lord of the Rings trilogy was being prepared, Jackson asked the programmer Stephen Religious, who had previously worked with him, to figure out how Weta Digital could create enormous armies containing tens of thousands of soldiers. You see, simply cloning the same animation over and over wouldn't work, especially because the director wanted cameras moving right through the battles. So Regulus began developing a completely different approach. So instead of controlling the crowd as one big mass, every digital character would be its own autonomous agent, and each agent could see and hear its surroundings, choose between different actions, move at different speeds, and react differently depending on things like aggression, enemies, terrain, or nearby characters. What's interesting is that the developer didn't mainly study old war movies to build it. He actually experimented with things like digital plants and natural behavior, and even observed how people avoided one another while walking through crowded streets. His idea was that if you could make believable individuals, a believable crowd would emerge automatically. So Massive's agent brains were built from large networks of behavioral nodes and used fuzzy logic, so decisions weren't simply binary, I mean yes or no rules. One early test famously involved 1,000 soldiers on one hand fighting another 1,000 on the other hand, and instead of everyone obediently fighting, some agents actually decided to run away, exactly the kind of unpredictable behavior which Regulus wanted. The system then became one of the secret weapons behind the Lord of the Rings battles. So what they did, motion capture stunt performers gave the agent libraries of actions like attacking, dodging, falling, and wielding weapons, while Massive decided when and why each character should use them. And it was actually used across the trilogy, including the huge armies seen in the Fellowship of the Ring, Helm's Deep in the Two Towers, and the massive battles of the Return of the King. So instead of animators manually choreographing tens of thousands of characters, they could design the rules and let the simulation play out. And after The Lord of the Rings, Massive stopped being just an internal Weta experiment and became a commercial product through Massive Software, the company founded by Regulus himself. That was, I would say, a very important moment in VFX software, because as you can see, Massive has become one of the first major commercial systems specifically built around autonomous crowd simulation. And the developer himself received a Scientific and Engineering Academy Award back in 2004 for Massive's design and development. Now that you know where Massive came from and what it is capable of, what is now this free version called Massive 101? Well, it is basically for learning, experimentation, and other non-commercial work, if you want to do that, and surprisingly enough, this isn't some tiny demo with 5 characters or something running around. Massive says the crowd simulation system is essentially there, with no limit on the number of agents or the complexity of those agents, so it is like the real thing. This means you can actually learn the same kind of node-based behavior system Massive is actually famous for, where thousands of digital characters can independently navigate environments, avoid obstacles, react to one another, and make decisions. But there are some restrictions, of course. Massive 101 is free only for non-commercial use, so rendered images are actually watermarked, and export and rendered support are more limited than in paid Massive versions. But for students, indie artists, or anyone who has always wanted to understand how high-end movie crowd simulation works, this is still, I think, a pretty big deal. Because as I said, Massive was once the kind of specialized software you mainly associate with major VFX studios and blockbuster productions, which is now something you can download for free and take a look at for yourself. You can also follow the included training material and experiment with some large-scale battles, creatures, flying agents, rigid body setups, and other crowd simulations without buying a professional license, which is a good thing. At least I would say as an experiment. Also, Massive 1.1 is a standalone software, not a plugin. You install it and run Massive itself on Windows or Linux, build your agents, behavior or craft simulations, and start doing your thing like any 3D software. Then you can send the results to different 3D software with formats such as FBX or any format that you want, in the commercial version of course. And I forgot USD. Where the confusion I think comes from, I mean whether it is a plugin or standalone software, is that it has integration plugins, most notably for Maya. This version ports Massive Craft tools directly inside Maya's interface, with agents, terrains, planes, and flow fields appearing in Maya's outliner and attribute editor. But the new free 101 release is just a standalone crowd simulation software itself, not simply a Maya plugin. Now, the $1 million question. Is Massive still used and popular in the VFX industry? Well, generally speaking, Massive is still used in professional VFX, but it is definitely not the dominant one. I mean like it was in the 2000s and early 2010s. You see, back then, Massive was almost synonymous with high-end crowd simulation because there simply weren't many serious alternatives, so people had no choice. But today, studios have far more choices, especially Houdini crowds, Golem, My Army, and proprietary in-house tools. SignFX is still actively expanding Houdini's crowd workflow, including SOP-based crowd tools and USD and Solaris integrations, which makes Houdini particularly attractive because studios can handle crowds inside the same package in which they already create the effects, like distraction, environments, and procedural work. That said, Massive hasn't disappeared from the VFX industry or from Hollywood. Its recent credits include projects like Avatar sequels, the Minecraft movie, and the Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Sony Picture Imageworks was still using it for crowd work on the movies I just mentioned. Skyline VFX has also historically integrated Massive deeply into its pipeline, so it is more accurate to say that Massive has gone from being the crowd simulation software, I mean the thing, to being one of several established high-end options. One reason it feels quieter today is development base. You see, Massive 9 arrived in 2021, and as you can see, its updates has slowed in recent years. Also, the current commercial release is Massive 9.3 and supports things like USD workflows, which means it is not that far behind. Meanwhile, competitors have been moving aggressively. Autodesk now owns Golem and includes it with its media and entertainment ecosystem, while Houdini keeps expanding with better character and crowd simulation tools. So if you compare different eras, I would put it like this. Massive between 2003 and 2010 was a groundbreaking industry leader that studios actively built pipelines around. And after the 2010s, it started to lose some of its power and dominant in the VFX industry. But now in 2026, it is more like a mature specialist tool with a loyal production footprint, and big studios can still use it when sophisticated agent brain systems and autonomous behavior make sense. But for a new VFX studio, starting a crowd pipeline today is more likely, I would say, to seriously consider Houdini or Golem rather than automatically choosing Massive. And this may actually explain why they are providing a free version for Massive, because it can put the software in front of a new generation of artists who otherwise might learn Houdini or Golem without ever touching Massive. But at the end, the choice is yours. And there you have it, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to this channel to receive more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.